So welcome back to part 2. Today is the first match day, so if you haven't already watched it, the previous video is the going through all the menus and the setup in order to get to the first match. So just like a live telly broadcast, it's going to give us an introduction to the teams and the formations. So my team is on the left and the opposition is on the right. And you may notice that everybody in that team is a Liverpool player, obviously because I'm in the Merseyside Cup, which means you will only play against a Liverpool team in this particular one. Okay, so this is the match. There's a lot to go over here, so what we'll do is we'll start in the bottom right hand corner. You can see there are 5 circles there, and to the left of those circles there's a blue circle which is slowly filling up as the match takes place. Once this gets all the way to the top, you will earn a skill point, and then one of those grey circles will turn blue and you will be able to use that to activate a skill on one of your particular players. Above that is the mini-map, where you can see where all your players are positioned as well as the opposition players, and you can move the cards just by moving them on the table to, if you want to tightly mark a particular player, you can move a player closer to them or further away if you want to try and move them into space to exploit the different formations that each team uses. And there you can see James Rodriguez just had appeared at the top right with skill above his head. What that means is I shook him and I activated his skill. James Rodriguez's skill is a through pass, which makes it easier for him to pass through the defence without it being intercepted. On the top right of the mini-map, you can see there is a blue line between 3 of the players there. What that is, that's called the hotline. So, although in a future video I will show the controls in a bit more detail, on the left side of the actual arcade cabinet there are 4 directions: up, down, left, right. If I was to push up on the controller, I would inform my team to pass to the nearest player in that hotline, or if it's a player in the hotline who currently has the ball, he will pass through the hotline to try and exploit the defences. Depending on certain skills, there are combinations. So, like if you have a player who's very good at crossing and a player who's very good has a target man skill, if you link those 2 players together in a hotline, you have a much better chance of scoring goals because those 2 skill traits complement each other. If you look down on the bottom right there, you can see that there is a blue skill point which I haven't used yet. Some of the various skill points some of the various skills that some of the players have, like they had a skill break. Virgil van Dijk, his particular skill is called a penalty area block. So providing he's in the penalty area, he has an advantage of making crucial tackles against players. And at half time, you can reset your formation, adjust your players, make any substitutions you need to, as well as allocate skill points. You get 3 extra skill points at half time, which you can then use to activate player skills. You can also look at match statistics, and you can also look at the opposition tactics to see what changes they've made and any particular key target threats that they have, and you can adjust your formation to exploit what they're doing, and they can actually do vice versa to you. You see on the mini-map, when the blue hotline, you see I've changed that now to go out to Trent Alexander-Arnold, who's a wing-back. He's got a crossing trait. But as a wing-back, he's not going to stay all the way at the back. He is actually going to migrate further up the pitch on attacks. So just because his position on the map is quite far down, he will still move up the pitch. But as it goes bright blue, that means I'm actually telling them to use that hotline. So all the direction of play will move towards those three particular players. You'll also see there is like a dotted blue line that comes out of some of my players, especially when I'm defending. What I'm doing there is pushing the down arrow on the controller, which is instructing my players to press the defense. So if the opposition is on the attack, I can push the down arrow and inform the closest players to move to try and make a tackle and prevent the attack. And I've also just made a substitution there, and the way you do substitution is you simply just replace the card with one of your substitutes, and then when the ball goes out of play or stops for a free kick, the substitution will be made. And just then I set up a new hotline going through the middle. And it's paid off immediately, and now it's 1-0. And it was Maradona of all people to score. You notice on the left of the screen you can see the blinking red lights. That changes depending on the uniform of your team. So if it was blue on Matchday, it would light up blue, and if it was yellow, it would light up yellow. Obviously I'm red, so this is why the cabinet has lit up red. If you look at the mini-map once again, you can see that a lot of the numbers for my players has decreased, obviously, as the match has gone on and they've got fatigued and tired. Their overall statistics have dropped, which is why, you know, the higher the base stats to begin with, the longer they will last on the pitch. But there's few hidden statistics as well, which you can only see by using the Footista Partner application from your mobile phone. On the backs of the cards it will only give you this, I think it's 6 basic stats, but there are, just like in Football Manager, there's a lot of hidden statistics for the various different aspects of the game. And that's full time. Just scraping a 1-0 win there. I think it was quite comfortable. I don't think they really had that many shots on target. And as you can see, this was only the beginner cup. You have to go through the beginner cup to get to the more advanced stages. And you accrue some points here, some experience points, which you can spend to upgrade your cards. And this screen tells you the experience that your players earn and how close they are to being able to level up. And here you can get points per teams you use, so Liverpool, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Juventus, depending on what teams you use, players from their teams, you can upgrade from within that team as well, and that will unlock special rewards like uniforms or special banners that you can have. I've completed the Liverpool one, so I have an expert banner which I can attach to my account, so if I play online people can see that I'm at expert level. And here is how the printing works. So these are the 3 cards in the previous video that I showed you printing, and this is just me collecting them and showing you how the printing works after you've scouted them. I think they're really nice cards, really high quality cards, and I love just collecting them as well as the game. And this is just the back, so you can see the 6 main statistics there and the areas of the pitch that they can play. And thank you for watching.